We sold our house on the edge of town and sold my business in order to start our new journey and buy 20 acres of rural, undeveloped land to try our hand at homesteading. With zero experience, we are planting, growing, harvesting, preserving, raising livestock, building our home ourselves, beekeeping, homeschooling, really everything homestead you can think of, we are trying. We invite you to come alongside us in this learning adventure. If this interests you, which I pray it does, please subscribe to our channel and do please interact with us. We can all learn from each other. Hello campers, my name is Lee with Camp Homestead, and today it's pretty exciting because we are focusing back on the dog room. So we are going to be putting up the concrete block, which will divert the floods of the creek hopefully. And that's going to be about 3 feet tall. And so we're going to build that as part of the dog room wall on the back side. But hang out with us while we continue on the dog room addition. Here it is. All set up. I can work on it now. I have to say this was the easiest pour, and I've assisted in all 3 of them. When it was a tiny house, and then on the addition to make it our main big house, and then now this additional room. I've been deep in it for all 3. And this, obviously it's the smallest one, but it was the easiest one. And we worked well as a team. It was awesome. So glad this is done. T is out fishing this morning. And then after that, either this evening or tomorrow, he's going to start building up the brick water retaining wall. I was going to leave this voice clip in, but T was playing some music and I'm afraid to get flagged by copyright. So what happened was he miscalculated that last rebar. Rhubarb is something you eat, but he miscalculated the rebar, the distance, and so he is now trying to frantically figure out what he is going to end up doing to fix the issue. A couple of them were off, but this one was way off. So what he ended up doing was grinding that one off completely and just drilling another hole into the concrete and driving the rebar into the concrete where it should be. He clearly wasn't happy with that option, but he's always really good about thinking outside the box and also coming up with a resolution. We have encountered a lot of trials during this build. It has just been one trial after another. So we're just learning to overcome and giving each other grace along the way and praying for guidance. You stack it as high as what you want it to do, and then we can stack your brick over here. Because it needs to be super strong here. That's the whole point. So if you want, I can put gloves on and I can help you, and we can just stack it as high as you want to go here, and then we can pull it all off your truck so you can go get the concrete.
I'm not going to get the concrete. Probably try to do all this wall and then do it all at once, concrete. Yeah, because I want to interlock all this. It would just make a weak point if I do.
Okay, so then that does mean that we're going to be working on this weekend.
Yes, that's what I'm saying now. Switching my mind.
Okay. Good morning, campers. My name is Lee with Campsteffes Homestead. And today we're going to finish this, hopefully, laying out this block wall. We had to stop here because, as you can see, we currently have a wall. So today, this is the utility room, which is the way that the dogs go outside, come in and out by themselves, and we have to knock this exterior wall out so that we can continue on this wall, because this retaining wall has to go to the end, obviously, of this. So we have to carry this on to here. So this whole wall is coming down so that we can finish building up this brick and then pour concrete down inside so that this is a substantial, hardy retaining wall for when the water comes from the river, from the river technically, but from our creek. When it floods, we're praying it never floods like that again, but if it floods like that again, it won't breach our house. This wall will help force the water out and around. And then, so in here, this is the porch continued, and then in here is going to be the new dog room. That way, when we have people come over, since 5 big dogs is pretty overwhelming for most people, and the dogs want to lick your face off, we'll have a place to put them at night when we do errands, because we have huskies and they like to destroy everything. And then when people come over, they'll have their own little room with couches and stuff in here. This is as high as the retaining wall is going to go. And then we're going to have a window right here too. And then the door is going to be moved. This door right here is going to be moved right here. And then we're putting the dog fence up against this post on another post, so they'll come out this new door, around this right here, around here, because we're going to add on the fencing right here, and then through here, and that's how they'll get to their backyard now, since we're moving where the dog door is. Because if you've seen the flood video, if you haven't, I will link it down below. Most of the water came in through the dog door, and it came through like a waterfall. Like it was just billowing through the dog door. So it's no longer going to be on this side, which is the flow of the creek. It's going to be this concrete block retaining wall. So when the water hits, like I said, it's going to come around, because we're in a slope. It'll come around, force it around this way and back through to the creek, which is right here. The dog door, as well as the actual door. I think we're gonna install the dog door in this utility door right here, so they can still go in and out as they please. So hang out with us while we do that. I would love to have your company. Before we can go any further, we have to switch gears and start extending the dog yard and the fencing, because on the next step, he has to open up the dog door and keep it open, and therefore the dogs can run amok on our property and just run loose, and the 2 huskies will not come back. So we have to contain them. Therefore, since we're at the step where we're opening up the house, we have to extend out the fencing now at this point, and that way they are contained in the yard while T has the dog door open.
I'll probably let it go.
So what's the plan? You're going to go ahead and build the whole fence. That way you can work in here and trap the dogs in?
Yeah, well, so they can get in and out.
Yeah, because you're taking down that wall.
I gotta open all that up.
Yeah, so this whole fence, it just isn't going to be the way it's going to be because of the door. So right now we're just trapping them in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they'll be able to come in. Yeah, because I'm exposing everything. Yeah. I need that door open. I can't.
Right.
So.
But we're not like installing that door over here and all that already. Right now we're just fencing them in.
I gotta take that door off. So this is gonna be open to the night. I'll probably just lay the door there.
Well, that's fine if that's open because we're gonna have this fencing.
I know. But that main door, I need to get it off. Because I can't continue to lay my brick with the door
I see.
on.
You're talking about the main door is going to be wide open. I got it.
I could just lay it there. Or I can make it temporary. I can scoot it over somehow. Or I can temporarily get a door to shut. So.
Just for like nighttime?
Yeah. So, I was thinking this. One of the things for the cats. The fence that we use for our sheep have bigger holes. So maybe I was thinking maybe we could use that for the panel on this one.
Oh, so the cats can just sneak in and out. Well, Tommy won't be able to.
I'll have to flip it around though. She'll get through it. Well, she don't care to come this way.
No.
She likes the door.
But like for Jane and Jonah and Malachi.
The only thing I'm struggling with is because
Malachi,
I don't want him to get chewed up. So I don't like that idea. I like the accountability we have with our animals, being able to let them in and out. It keeps them accountable. We have a count on them.
He's going to do what he's going to do. I'm going to shut this off. It is hard to get this guy going, to get him to want to start a project. But when I tell you, when he finally starts the project, he gets the thing done. And he does such a beautiful job at everything that he has done. Doesn't this look beautiful? I feel like it came out so much better than what was in my mind, and it looks contemporary, and it just, I don't know, the front side of that fence just looked absolutely beautiful to me. What do you think, boss?
She thinks this is her sheep shed.
Is this your sheep shed?
You think this is your new sheep shed?
No, she says. Say, I know better, huh?
No.
I know better.
Not
Josh. Josh. Yeah, I think that looks sharp here. Yeah. I was afraid of how it was going to look. But yeah. Rustic, yep. And it's still like a privacy screen, so you can't really see the dogs right up at first. You can over here, but
yeah.
All right, all this work and you haven't started the brick. All this work for the puppos. They're like itching to come out and hang out with you.
I did plan it big, but then I was scared of the money, and then Well, and it wasn't. We didn't plan on living in this spot. I was like, forget it.
We finally let the dogs out, so now they're going to be sniffing their new area. See if they approve or not. They seem like happy babies to me. What do you guys think? Okay, now it's time to remove the metal and take down part of that wall so that we can finish continuing on the brick. Goodbye, dog door. You will not be missed. So now I'm helping him with a string line so that he has a straight guide when he cuts half this wall out. Don't come for me in the comments about how T is handling this insulation without wearing gloves. His skin is thicker than concrete, I promise you. As he is cutting into the wall, as you see to the right, is our water holding tank. So I ended up having to go inside there and just make sure that his blade doesn't cut into our water tank. That would have been way bad. Why are we only cutting half the wall? Is it because we can build up the brick and then pour the concrete on this side?
Did you want the answer, or did you want the You answered.
And then salvage as much material as possible?
You figured it out, yes. You want me to give you the answer or no?
Yes. What's the answer? I figured it out halfway through my question.
Yeah, I want to keep the drywall material in here at least half
Yeah.
of it.
And that way it's like not a gaping hole at night.
Huh?
So it's not a gaping hole at night while we're not finished.
Yeah.
On a side note, weren't the dogs so super helpful? Leo agrees if you heard him in the background. The dogs just wanted to be a part of every step, and they wanted to seek or get approval for their, it is their room after all that we're building, so they wanted to make sure to be a part of it. So now he's just removing anything that is in the way before peeling back the rest of the framing and the walls to have an opening there and to allow space for us to continue on the block. So any of the metal, any of that, he's just removing so that we can go on to the next step. I'm honestly so glad that this wall is being removed, because as you can see where the water was from the flood, it is starting to turn black mold. So I'm so thankful to be ripping out that sheetrock. It needed to go, and I am not sad about it at all. Look at how high the water got in the flood, you can see. All right, so after drilling the holes to where the rebar is going, he's now going to be installing the rebar so that he can continue the brick through that whole side of the house. Also, I wanted to mention, I'm sure that there's quicker, easier ways to do the things that we're doing, different tools that could be used in order to make this job easier. But we are on such a limited budget that we're having to try to do everything that we can without having to rent equipment and tools or buying new tools, etc. So we're just trying our hardest to save as much money as possible since we did run out of building money. So we just have to put a little more elbow grease into the things that we're doing, which I'm sure we're going to just sit back when this is all finally done and just appreciate. The foundation here was just a tad higher. It's a little unlevel, so he's having to grind down the block where it meets just because there was a level difference here. So this is where I'm going to end today's video. T miscounted his brick and I ended up having to go to the store, and this video is getting to be a little too long. So I super thank you for watching the video if you made it all the way through. If you like this content and you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. It's free and I sure would love to have you around. If you like the video, please give it a like and comment down below. I love reading the comments. And thank you so very much for watching. And remember, be blessed and be a blessing. Bye.